What's up, guys? Hope you're all having a great day, and I think it's safe to say that if you're a Battlefield fan, you're probably having a pretty good week, and that's because the Battlefield 6 reveal just happened not too long ago, and it's gotten a pretty positive reception, and on top of that, we're going to be getting the open beta here pretty soon to find out for ourselves just how good the game actually is. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about what they showed off and my thoughts on it, and ahead of the open beta, so if you missed it and you want to get a little bit of info before you dive in this weekend, I've got you covered. Now, I think it's no secret that the Battlefield franchise has been in a pretty rough spot, at the very least since Battlefield 5, but arguably probably earlier. Now, I've always been kind of a casual Battlefield fan, my personal favorites being the likes of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. I thought Hardline was an okay spin-off, and I wasn't really all that thrilled with Battlefield 5, and I really hated 2042. So, naturally going into the Battlefield 6 reveal, I was a little hesitant to give EA and DICE my full trust again with this franchise. I don't know, it just feels like first-person shooters have not been doing very well lately. But I'm really happy to report that what they showed off looks incredible and seems to answer all of the criticisms that I had of the previous two entries in the series. Like I said, 4 were my favorite games in the series, and that seems to be the games that they're trying to emulate with Battlefield 6, so I think I am definitely the target audience for this one. And right off the bat, I want to highlight some of the positive changes that they are making in response to player feedback. One of those being that they will not have 128 player matches anymore, and they will also be getting rid of the specialist characters that were featured in Battlefield 2042. I was not a fan of the specialists at all. Not only was the tone of their dialogue and their comments way off of what I felt a Battlefield game should feel like, but also I don't play Battlefield to get a hero shooter experience. I play Battlefield for large scale warfare with vehicular combat and class-based gameplay and destruction and all of that. So I'm really happy to see that all of those things are being prioritized. And with doing away with the specialist characters, that means Battlefield 6 is bringing back the 4 standard classes from previous games, which fans seem to be really happy about. Battlefield 6 is also very much a modern warfare shooter. It is not a World War II or World War I game, and it's not a futuristic shooter like 2042 either. And that's a very welcome change for me. I think Battlefield has always been at its best in the modern day. And another change they're bringing is that destruction, which I personally felt was scaled back in 2042 and 5. Definitely seems to be another major focus here. They showed off some really cool moments like breaking a floor with a sledgehammer or blowing it out beneath an enemy team. Just lots of really cool stuff that you would come to expect from a Battlefield game. So yeah, just lots of positive changes and lots of cool things coming. And like I said, we're not going to have to wait too long to find out for ourselves just how good it really is. The open beta is going to be this weekend, so Saturday, August 9th, you can play it yourself. And I think the following weekend, they're going to be doing another open beta as well. But if you want to wait for the full release, the game is going to come out on October 10th, and in other good news, it is going to be priced at $70, not $80, which we've seen lots of studios try to push lately. Of course, there's going to be the deluxe edition that's going to go for $100, but it's just nice to see that the base game is keeping with the $70 price tag, because there really was potential for EA to say, well, we're doing all you asked for, so we're going to charge $80 and kind of lose all of the goodwill that they were getting back. So I just think that's another great win for the Battlefield team. The game also won't be coming to PS4 or Xbox One, and all I have to say to that is thank God that we are finally leaving the last generation behind. I am so tired of games coming out in 2025 and being held back by the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One consoles. We are nearing the end of the current generation. We should not still be accommodating the last generation. It also sounds like EA is going to be doing a Battle Royale mode for Battlefield 6. Now, personally, I'm not that big into Battle Royales. I'll probably give this one a try, but I don't see myself sticking with it long term. But if you are someone who likes this game mode, it's nice to know that that option will still be there for you. And I believe this is supposed to be a free-to-play mode, but don't quote me on that because I couldn't find the official confirmation when I was recording this video. Battlefield 6 is also bringing back campaign and adding the portal mode, which is very much like a Halo Forge mode where you can make your own maps, scripts, and modes. And they showed off some pretty crazy stuff with that. So I'm definitely excited to check out Battlefield Portal. And the campaign I'm cautiously optimistic for, Personally, I've never thought the Battlefield campaigns were anything to write home about. They were serviceable, but I definitely think Call of Duty has always beaten them in that department. But I'm still excited that they're adding the campaign back in and giving more value to the player. I don't think the game is hurt by having that campaign mode, and it really sounds like they dedicated a lot more time and effort and resources to this one. So maybe they'll surprise me and they'll put out something that's actually truly special here. And this all reminds me of the situation about 4 years ago with Halo, COD, and Battlefield all releasing around the same time. Battlefield 2042 and COD Vanguard were both very disappointing, which meant Halo Infinite won a lot of players for them, and it was really set up for success, and they kind of dropped the ball by not having playlists and having the game be very buggy at launch and charging for things like armor colors and all of that. So I think Battlefield is actually in a similar position this year. I mean, Halo is not coming out until at the very earliest next year, and personally I do not have high hopes for Black Ops 7. So I think everything is really lined up for Battlefield 6 to take the FPS world by storm this October. Now, it remains to be seen if there will be some EA fuckery going on that messes that up, but I'm going to have my fingers crossed the whole time that that does not happen, because I am very excited for what I've seen of the game so far, and I can't wait to dive into the beta this weekend and try it for myself. I'll definitely be sure to make a beta impressions video for you guys as well to let you know what I think of it once I've got a chance to play it for a few hours. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. I just kind of wanted to share my excitement for Battlefield 6, tell you a little bit about it in case you missed the reveal, and most importantly, I want to hear from you in the comments. What did you think of the Battlefield 6 reveal? Are you excited to play it? Are you cautiously optimistic? How are you feeling? And will you be checking out the beta this weekend? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like or a dislike if you didn't. I appreciate the feedback either way. And subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. And with all of that said, I will see you guys soon with my beta impressions. So be on the lookout for that video. And as always, take care.